Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with First Mondays. And First Mondays is when we have everyone come on in and tell us a little bit about what it is they do, how they do it, and where they're going to be doing it. And I am just so excited. I have my partner here with me, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva, will be joining us mobile. And we want to know more about what it is that you do in the world of business. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. And I want to give a shout out to those of you watching live and on the replay. In the interim, today we're going to be talking about marketing. Yes. And we have a special guest for you. So stay tuned because you're going to want to hear from this subject matter expert on marketing and sales. She's going to be coming to us. Also, she's got a great workshop coming up that you'll probably want to sign up for. So pay attention. Make sure you've got your pencil and paper ready because she's going to be coming to us shortly. In the meantime, we want to talk a little bit about what is. Hi, good morning. How you doing, Carla Pryor? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Yes, we're looking forward to hearing from you. First Mondays is an opportunity for individuals to come in and talk about their businesses for a short period of time also. So, Carla, if you'd like to come in and talk with us, we'll send a link out and let you come on in and talk for a little bit later about your business after we have our special guest. But before we do that, we want to talk a little bit about marketing. So I want to say the marketing is really important. It's actually critical to your success. Because it's important to create that strong brand identity, to be active on social media, and to use effective advertising techniques to reach your target audience. So you need to keep up to date with the latest trends to be sure to focus on strategies that are able to help you reach your goals. So first of all, you'd probably need a goal. you can't you can't hit a moving target, and you need to have some ideas about how to get there. So I've looked up what are the some marketing strategies for 2023. So some of the proven ideas that I came across were you can one host a social media competition, share user generated content on social media. Because I'm because we're here almost every day of the week on social media, I tend to focus on that. You can start producing videos or tutorials. Those will drive people to you. You can jump on trending topics, and you can partner with small businesses. You can, I don't know, give away some quirky product or recommendations. But first of all, you need to definitely collect that customer feedback because you want to give people what they want. And in addition to that, you may even want to create local awards so that now you are celebrating the people that you serve. So, those are just a few ideas about marketing. So, before we go any further, I want to introduce to some and present to others Ms. Shaya Shashinga. She is the CEO of the Woman Christian CEO, and she's going to come in and share with us some marketing ideas, just the things that are on her heart. So I want her to come in and introduce herself, tell us a little bit about her business and how she got started. So let's bring her on stage. How are you? I'm putting
Good
you in the
morning. Morning.
it's First Monday, and on First Monday, we
Yeah.
always like to introduce businesses. So, Shaya, can you tell us a little bit about what it is you do? I have your what do you call it? Your link here, so I'm going to put that in the chat while you're
Okay.
talking. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Terry Lynn. for being here, BizChicks. I'm really excited to be here with you this morning. And it's been a couple of years. I know we've been going through all these different things, but we're here.
Yes, we
And
are.
that's
We
what
showed up.
so what I do is I am a woman Christian. I'm the Woman Christian CEO, and we help women Christian CEO coaches and entrepreneurs build thriving, profitable coaching companies. We focus in the areas of sales and marketing and helping you create a strategic strategy and plan to build your multiple six figures and a global brand.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
mouthful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know that you are a great coach because Shaya has been my coach in the past, and I really benefited from her services. So I highly
Yeah.
recommend her.
Thank you.
And she speaks from the heart. So tell
Mm.
us a little bit about how do you go about actually marketing a business? To me, marketing is just getting the word out about what it is you do. But I know there's more to
Great.
that.
Yeah, great question. And one of the things I say, Terry Lynn, is that okay, yes, getting the word out about what you do, but also
Mhm.
marketing is strategic. And first of all, communicating very clearly, as you mentioned, um, the problem you solve for your ideal client. That
Mm.
is marketing and being strategic in that marketing because
Mm.
everybody we know is not your ideal clients. And so you want
Mhm.
to make sure that your marketing message is speaking to the ideal.
Okay.
And so that comes with a strategic plan, obviously, and a strategy in order to do that. And so that's what I think marketing is, especially in the climate that we're in now. You can see that people have truly ramped up their marketing with, with the reels, with the
Oh.
videos, with the things that everyone is doing. And so in order for you to rise above the noise, your message got to be clear.
Mm. Oh my
Very clear.
goodness. So when we're trying to clarify our message,
Hmm.
does that mean we need to shorten the message because people's attention spans are short?
I think that the message is, yeah, definitely shorten and be very clear and concise. Communicate it, just hit it nail on and not go through this long explanation of what you do. And that is what people don't do is they don't spend time in clarifying their message. And because they don't do that, they go through a long spiel of trying to communicate what they offer. So yes,
Oh.
it definitely yeah need to be shortened. So if I say I help coaches with sales and marketing,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do. Now, my personal story gets tied into that, how I got into all that. But if people really want to know what we do, we help women Christian CEO coaches with sales and marketing because I know no one has a plan. So
So your focus is on people who do business coaching, is what I hear you saying.
well, just no, not just business coaching, just coaching, period. Coaching, consulting, training, any type of
Okay.
service that you're providing. How do you market that effectively and attract your ideal clients?
Oh wow. Okay.
Hmm.
So it's my understanding that you have a workshop coming up. Do you want to tell us about that workshop a little more explicitly? Let me
Yeah.
add Fran to the mix here. Good
Good morning,
morning, Fran.
Francine. So my sales training, it is a workshop. It's called She
Mm-hmm.
Leads, She Profits, and
Mm-hmm.
it is a sales training for those who are coaching, who's training, who's consultants, who really need to create a strategy and a plan to learn how to market their business. Our goal is for you to generate a minimum of 20,000 in revenue per month, and teaching you how to do that with a strategic strategy.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm going to put the flyer up. I did find it, I think, here
Oh,
on your Facebook page.
mhm.
So, this is interesting because a lot of times people don't have a plan to profit.
No,
They just
not
kind of
at all.
like winging it and think it's just going to be okay because I started a business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's And that's what I was just telling Terry Lynn this earlier before we came live, is that people lean into social media to see what everyone is doing, right?
Mhm.
Oh, well, she's doing that or he's doing that. Let me try that or this. But you don't know if it's in alignment with you. And that's what we talked about, identifying what is aligned with you so you can learn what to do. And then you have to invest in the right help to get the information you need so you could create that solid strategy,
Mhm.
so you can have the increase, the revenue, the income, the things that we ultimately want as an entrepreneur. I said this, I put a post on Facebook the other day. Without a plan or strategic strategy or plan in marketing and sales, you are wandering in the wilderness, because the social media streets is straight up the wilderness. we are out here. We are out here doing everything. And so we have to have a plan how to navigate that.
Mhm. And you can get lost in all of that
Yes.
wonderfulness if you're not careful.
Yes.
If you're not careful. Um, so we just want to make sure that people know that they need a plan and that they have that plan in place.
Hmm.
And we were talking about this earlier, Fran, what marketing really is. And, as you and I say, it's getting the word out about what you do. But also, Coach was saying that we need to make sure that we know what our conversion rates are. We know, who is that target customer? Are we really focused on them, and are we engaging them
Right.
in the process so they want to come back for more? Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. The
Wow.
thing I was going to share, if you allow me to share, there's three things in marketing that I share and I teach, and this is going to be taught in our sales training, is that what is your lead generator? How are you generating leads into your, we use the word fountain. There's other words like sales funnels, marketing funnels, or what have you. But how are you bringing in new people? So if you're using social media, for an example, and you do market your service, what is the tool that you bring them into your circle, into your fountain, or into your funnel? How are you moving people in there? And then from there, what's your conversion tool? So the conversion tool could be a workshop, it could be a training, it could be a discovery call, but you got to move them into the fountain in order for them to get into the conversion tool. Social
Mhm.
media, Facebook, Instagram is not a conversion tool. It is a lead generator that you can
Mhm.
effectively use to get people to the conversion tool. But that's the three things. And then once you do that, you offer your service. So you offer your signature program or service that you provide. And so those are the three areas that we try to focus on for you to identify what those are, so you can really have a plan.
Wow.
Yeah,
Woo.
and a lot of time, because they didn't tell us that when we started, when we
Mhm.
started on social media, they just said, do this and do that. And,
Yeah.
just make sure you post so many times a day.
Right.
And then it's all going to wonderfully happen and you'll just have loads and loads of business, but nobody tells you the minutia, the little bitty things that need to take place.
Right.
Exactly.
Excuse me. Absolutely, absolutely. And because social media has evolved.
Hmm.
And so now that it's evolved and it's millions of people on there, we got to have a plan of how to navigate it.
Wow. Well, my question is, on first Mondays, we like to offer opportunities for people to come in and talk about their businesses, but we don't really have a lot of people who want to come in and actually talk about their businesses on the air, and I wonder why that is.
Oh, it could be many reasons. I think one of the reasons is that people are, um, I don't want to use the word shy, but
Adverse the video.
yeah, shy could be one. And then two, um, people don't like rejection. They just don't like it.
Uh-huh.
And because so they tend to hide, right? They
Mm-hmm.
hide and not really, when these opportunities present themselves,
Yes.
they stay in a corner. And all of this is an opportunity for you to go live. And then another thing, people don't really want people to know they're struggling. That's the real truth. And so they kind of hide from that. They'll do it privately, but they don't want to do it on this type of platform. So
I
they
don't
stay
know.
quiet.
Yeah, we didn't ask them to come on and give a testimony about struggling.
Right.
We asked them to come on and just tell people what it is that they do so that we can support their businesses.
Yeah, but they're not interpreting it that way.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
All right. I'm wondering, is there something that we can do to make it more comfortable for them? You know, some kind of marketing that we can do to make them more comfortable about coming in and being a part.
Um, I don't know if you can make them more comfortable. I think make them, and I would encourage more, and I'll share this,
Hmm.
is that anytime you've been given an opportunity to showcase or share your services,
Yes.
yeah, you want to take that opportunity. If they're struggling with that, that's a more internal struggle.
Mm,
It has nothing to do with the platform or anything. It's more internal. So they want
okay.
to really uncover that and really work on that. So they can show up and be bold and courageous to share their business.
Well, I do want to say that we're normally on Clubhouse. I didn't open the Clubhouse this morning,
Mm.
so you may
Oh,
want to
okay.
do that.
I'll open it. I'll
Okay.
open it.
You may want to do
I
that. They're probably saying, "Where are they?"
Yeah.
But it is First Monday, and First Monday is the opportunity for people to come out to be with us, Shea, at Seasons 52.
Hmm.
And Seasons 52 is our opportunity for networking here
Yes.
in the Sacramento area. So
Yeah.
I want people to know that if they are local, that we will be at Seasons this evening at the Arden Fair Mall at 5:30 for First Mondays. And so if you'd like to be a part of First Mondays, you can just come on over and join us. We'd love to hear what it is that you are doing in your business and to share that opportunity with people to support you. It's a great opportunity to get to know others. Mark has a question over here. Mark is our resident comedian. Let's see what he says. I
Oh,
think that the personal story that gave birth to your business and why you feel called to do it is more compelling than an elevator pitch.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He is absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
People want to know your journey, your story, and how that will convert for them, and what you offer and what you do. Absolutely.
Yep. And
And
I know, Shay, I know you have a great story. So we'll have
oh,
you share it in a minute. Go ahead and finish that thought.
no, I'm
I
just saying, sharing your story, and that's a huge part in marketing in
Mm-hmm.
your business, is learning how to share it effectively, where it will attract your ideal clients. And I keep saying that because it's really important that you're speaking to your ideal,
Mm.
and that they really resonate with your message, and they really understands the solution you provide. Absolutely.
Well, I know I started California cover-ups because I couldn't find anything decent to wear in my size that didn't look like Little House on the Prairie. So,
Right.
you know, so
Yeah.
I found the cover-ups flatter me
Yeah.
and they flatter most body types.
Mhm. Yes.
And
Yeah.
so I started marketing them, I started designing them, and that's how I got into the business because I loved the transformation of people's faces
Yeah.
when they put them on. They just look
Right.
like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, it fits, and I look attractive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it solved a problem for them, and it made me just feel so good to know that I was helping people look good, feel good, uh, and find something that didn't make them look
Right.
frumpy.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's it. Make you look frumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the problem the California cover up solved. Tell us a little bit about how you got into your business.
okay. I'm going to interject before the
Uh-huh.
dog starts acting up again.
Okay.
Um, I think a lot of times when you all were talking about why people didn't want to come on and present,
Yes.
a lot of times they're not prepared.
Ah.
and they're not prepared because they may not feel confident in what they're doing, or they don't know how to put something together. And I would tell them at that point, you need to hire someone else like Shea or BizChicks to help you put together your story. Get your story together. We talk about, get your story straight, because you do wonderful work, but it could be articulated once you become comfortable. Shea is here to help you get confident with telling your story. Then you have to tell the story.
And it needs to be concise when you're, depending on where the opportunities arise. Sometimes you may have longer, but normally you may only have a couple of minutes to convey your story.
Right. And then and also I like to share too, it's not about perfection either. It's just like really being authentic, but again, like Francine said, prepared. At least knowing what to say. And then the more you do it, the more you become comfortable or confident in saying it and telling it rather. And the more you do it, and the more it's like you're practicing. And we know practice, I'm gonna say make perfect, but you learn how to say it better and better and better and better the more you do it. But you just got to get started.
And one other thing I would like to interject with that is, sometimes we do more than one thing and we don't know which thing to talk about.
Right.
And then so I help when people send me like their resume for, if we invite them to do something and we say, send us your bio or your resume, they start sending this long dissertation on what they do. When it's better, if you're going to send something, address it for the occasion.
Yes.
Just take the part of your bio that suits where you're going, not the entire. What was that? We went somewhere and they were reading the person's bio and it was like 3 pages. I was like, please stop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a bio, not an obituary.
Right.
Okay.
So when you are doing your little speech or your little introduction, what is the occasion, and maybe what are you working on right at that point that you want people to
be aware of,
or be a part of? Do that, not the entire. Because sometimes we do multiple things.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And you do it based on the audience, like you just said. Just share the part of what the audience that you're speaking to. That's who you share it with. Yeah, because you can't tell everything. You just
no.
Yeah, I always call church videos. Like, okay.
I think that's a very good point. We do a multitude of things in some cases, and so what is it? How do we get it targeted and focused? You know what I mean? To make sure that we are zoning in.
Yeah, you know what? With the multiple things, I am not a fan of it. I'm telling you the truth. I think that this is going to lead down a different direction. But most importantly is, who is you? Who are you? Who are you? What do you do overall to serve people? That's what I want to know. And then at that point, depending on the audience, you share based on what that audience needed at that time. And so I think you knowing who you are, what your message is, how you serve your clients, and then go from there. Because multiple things can become confusing in marketing, for sure.
It is,
because it's confusing. One minute you're doing this, one minute you're doing that, when you really just want to market yourself. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Like the guy who was doing hair and selling barbecue.
Yes, on the same card.
I was like, no, I need hair in my food. Hair and food do not mix.
Well, the thing is, the concern was that it was on the same card, Fran. And,
Right.
and so it's, it's different if somebody hands you a card for barbecue and someone else hands you a card for hair, because
Yeah.
you don't sort of connect the two. But when I flipped the card, I was like, come on, people, all of this to save a nickel. But the things that
Yeah.
go through my mind because of it.
And you know what? When you have that type of entrepreneur, one, they're just trying to generate, not just trying, they have a desire to generate income. So they're using all their skills, their talent to generate income. So they say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to market both of these. I cut hair and I sell barbecue or whatever. So their just mind is, let me generate income. This is where I am. I need to make money. And so that's what they're marketing. But as time goes on, and you become a little bit more knowledgeable and skilled and get the support, and I'll use support in coaching and consulting or whatever you need, you begin to learn how to effectively market yourself. And most
Mm.
people just don't know how to do that. They just like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm out here hustling. I need to make money, and this is what I'm gonna do. And they doing it.
Well,
That's
well,
what
Mark says here, what is the question that you're born to answer?
they're
What
doing.
is the
Oh,
problem for which you and your services are a solution? So these are
right.
some of the things that you should answer when you are introducing yourself or
And these
marketing yourself.
questions that he put are very powerful, and it's a process. You do not know that right off the bat. You
Mm-hmm.
have to dig to answer the question, what is the question that you were born to answer? That's a
Mm-hmm.
loaded question. And you
It
have
is.
to peel back the layers to discover that. You got to take time to really discover and know it, but know at least a part of it so you could communicate your what he's saying, the solution you provide. But it's a process to learn that. No
Mm-hmm.
one knows that going into entrepreneur. I was born to, then you start something, you be like, well, I thought that was it. But you keep evolving.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
keep evolving, you keep learning, you keep discovering who you are.
That was the key word. It's the discovery.
Hmm.
And then if you ever look at the movies where the anthropologist is out there digging and with the little
Yeah.
brush and moving the dirt and digging and moving the dirt,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out what, they're looking for one lost something, or they found a glimmer of something. And so they're going to keep on that dig until they unearth whatever is down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And a lot of times we're talking to small and medium-sized business owners, and it's okay if you need to tweak to get on
Yeah.
track, because I agree with Coach Shea. Look, there is
Mm.
no, what is that, no multitasking. You got to do
Yes.
one thing at a time. You can
Let's
have several
focus, people.
streams of income. That don't mean that you need to work all seven.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. I'm
Somebody
so glad you, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, Francine. Go ahead.
no, you got it.
You know what? I love what you said, seven, because that's what people focus on. Oh, I'm going to create 7 streams, but none of them is generating revenue. Focus on the one, generates the most income, and
Mm-hmm.
master it. Then go to the next. Then go to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you get to the 7, the other 6 is mastered because you didn't build a team. You have an
Mm-hmm.
effective strategy in place that they're simultaneously operating on its own because there's a system. But if you're trying to do 7 streams all at the same time, you're not making any money. You cannot make me believe you're making any money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know
I heard seven.
Mm,
I heard 7 streams with a system.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
So
like a
What is it?
book.
Yeah.
7 streams with a system. You're not gonna have 7 streams, and you don't, like you said, all of them. Most people don't even have a database for one.
mm.
Where are
Dr.
your
Tachi
clients?
says excellent advice.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Right.
talk
Good
about that.
morning,
Where are your
Janice.
clients? I was working with somebody. I said, "Well, where are the people that bought from you before?" "Oh, I have their names and phone numbers in my phone." No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Yeah. You need a system. And that just comes through getting the right. I'm going to go back to that. You need support. You
Mm-hmm.
need to get real help and you need to invest in it. Most people jump into entrepreneurship, and I don't want to use the word just jump. They do want freedom, they do want to create, they do have passions and desires, but they're not getting the right support. They're looking on the outside just
Mm-hmm.
to see what this person's doing, was that what that person's doing. Last year we went through a complete scale, a revamp, where we had to upgrade our databases, upgrade
Mm-hmm.
our messaging. When people sign up to your service, is there an automatic response to thank you for registering? We were so excited you're coming, or whatever. That's how you cultivate the relationship and getting people into the database. And most people don't have that. They do not
Mm-hmm.
have it in place. And that's why they don't get the results that they're looking for, and it's just sporadic.
Yes. Oh my
And it
goodness.
costs. Let me be clear. Investing in,
Yes.
in the necessary tools, it really does cost. And I don't want to use the word cost. It's investing, because if you put the right tools in place, you're gonna see the results. But you gotta put the right tools in place.
I,
Okay.
I love what you said about the support. You need system, you need
Mhm.
support, you need to invest. Is that
Yeah,
SSI? Ain't that what
yeah,
we pay every month?
yeah,
SSI. So system, support, and investment. You need
yeah,
to do those things. And a lot of people don't, some people don't, not a lot. Some people don't understand yet the commitment that it takes to get it to move. It
right.
and Mark has a comment there, Terry.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back over here. Hi, Jill. How you doing? I want to say hi to Dr. Tachi also, and to Janice. Janice Jordan's in here this morning. Okay. He says you must invest in yourself to get a return. Often we find it easier to buy a piece of furniture, etc., than to finance our growth and success trajectory.
That's really good.
Hmm.
That's really good.
And earlier we were talking, Coach Shay and I were talking about the three I's: to identify, invest, and increase. When you identify, who it is and what it is you are encompassing, and you invest in getting information on how to successfully market that, you will see an increase.
Yeah,
So I called it the three I's:
yeah.
identify, invest, so that you can increase.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense, ladies? Good
Oh,
morning.
absolutely. It totally makes sense. And I think also in the area of investing, and I love what my Mark said too. Um, the people haven't tied their business to their legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's not tied to it, it's easier for them to go spend money somewhere else. Right now, it's they don't know it, but they're hobbyists.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they're building their business, like a hobby. And because they're building it like a hobby, they get the results like a hobby. But if you really say this company is tied to my legacy, what I want to leave, and
Mm-hmm.
not just the business itself, it is what you have, your IP, your intellectual property that you have and put into the earth, and that people are using it and their experience is real transformation. And so when people know that that's what they have, they can start investing in it, seeing it in a different way, and start investing in themselves
Mm-hmm.
or what have you.
Well, Jill asked the question, what are your favorite tools? She says, good morning, ladies. What are your favorite tools? Are you talking about for marketing, Jill?
Yeah, that's a loaded question. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah,
great.
it's kind of broad, so I want her to,
Yeah,
clarify.
yeah, I think that question right there, I agree with you, ladies. That's going to be a major. It just depends on what part of the business you're working with. You know what I mean? Because there's the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, the middle, the end. There are a whole bunch of tools for the beginning process, for the what are you
Mm-hmm.
while you're in the business, and it just what stage are we talking about? Because
Yeah.
there are tools, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of tools that we use every day, and some of them we don't even recognize that we're using.
Right.
That's true. Mark has a comment. He says, that's here we go. That said, you also need to know the return for which you are investing. What is your expectation? What is the advice that suggests that this investment will provide that return? 100% responsibility.
What is the evidence that suggests that this investment will provide that return? And I like what he said at the end there, 100% responsibility. That's my responsibility to do all of this.
Right. And the evidence is, if you're investing in a service or a product or coaching or consulting, is the testimonials of others, right? The evidence that it actually worked and they are seeing the results, not only your clients, but you yourself, the person who's doing it or offering the service, what's been the results for them. And Francine, you said it, the responsibility is on the investor. You have to implement, do the work, and be consistent so you can get the results. Most people invest in something and they'll say, I don't, let me change that language. Not most people. A few people invest in something, and because they didn't see it in 30 days, oh, it didn't work. That is not true. You didn't give it time to work. Most marketing real strategies takes a good 6 months to a year to even know that it's working. So you have to give it time to make sure that you are seeing the results. And it's always room for tweaking and upgrading or whatever, but you got to give it time and put the work in and get the results.
Okay. Now, Jill says this. That's true. A customer management system like Zoho Design, like Canva, eLetter, like MailChimp, and so on. Thousands of tools out there. I think I was asking overall most used favorite daily tools, though I realize now that is really a broad question. Yeah, it is. Is she talking about? I got the impression she means marketing tools because she's talking about customer management systems and MailChimp and things that seem. But then she threw in Canva, which is design. So
right.
Yeah, that's
for
why
my databases, I use All Clients, which is our CRM. All Clients is the name of it, allclients.com. Okay. And then our email marketing is Flowdesk. We transitioned from MailChimp, and Flowdesk is a great system that we use. And those are our two top systems that we use to serve our clients. And I have Canva, but I'm not a graphic designer. So I'm going to hire somebody to go do it. I'm not going to invest in time where I need to go generate and market my business. And so I'm investing in things that
just as design is marketing. That's true. But I mean, I was just thinking about customer management systems. Okay.
So I agree with you, Shaya, that the thing that you're good at, you do. The thing that somebody else is good at, they do. Like I'm good at tech. I get a lot of people, show me how to do the tech. How do I put my pictures on my website? Okay, put it down, just hire me and let me do it. Instead of you trying to get in there and for me to teach you how to go in the back end and where to go and what button to push and all of that, is easier for me just to do it for you than for you to try and have me teach you how to do it. Everything should not be DIY.
Anne says she has to bounce, but it was a good show today. She says keep having a good day.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you for your time.
So you're not meant to do everything.
That's why you call
partners, you call other people with the skill set to do what you need to do. You hire them, and that don't mean that you need to be married to them for forever. It just means for this particular job, I need to have this done, and I'm going to call Shaya to help me get this done, and then thank you, Shaya, and I'm giving her testimonials and whatever, because I now can move forward because I don't have to do that thing again.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
Mark's got some more comments over here. Did we read this one? You must manage and clarify expectations with those with whom you are working. That's not their job, it's yours. If you're working with a true professional, this is part of the process and evidence of success. And then,
So,
mhm,
absolutely. Yeah. It's our job to communicate effectively our framework, our
mhm,
process, our system, our structure, and how we serve our clients. Yes, that is our job to do that. And they're clear about what that framework and process is. It is their job to implement and do the work so they can also get the results. And I saw another one. He said, before I accept clients, I have an expectation setting session. Yeah, you want to set the expectation that here's what I'm going to teach you, coach you, train you on through this process. I expect you to implement. And there, in working with clients, there's always resistance, right?
mm,
And so and learning to navigate through those resistance, because the resistance is not against the framework of the process, it's the internal struggle that they're having in order to implement.
mm,
But results, it is up to the client, because we have communicated, we have shown the evidence that it does work. But to get the results, and every result is different because
uh-huh,
everybody's not at the same pace. So you have people who are faster than others. They implement faster, so they get more. They get results faster. You
mm,
have some people who are a little bit slower. Then they get their results slower. But key thing is they're getting results because they have to do the work in order to get it. They have to trust the process too, though. If someone hires you and you thinking they're a good fit, they have to trust the process also, that it will work if they implement as well.
mm, mhm. Now,
One
he
of
goes on to say
Go
the
ahead.
goals. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
He says the goals that people usually state as their goals are not really their goals. Sometimes it's embedded and needs to be exercised. When I think about that, I think about the exorcism. Anyway, they get
I think that's
in
what he said.
there
That's
and
exactly
found
what he said.
And he
and
said exorcist. That's what he's saying.
mhm, and let's get in there and find out what we really want. Dr. Tachi has a comment. She says that's excellent, Mark. People often will also spend money without doing the proper research. For example, going into a PhD program that will not yield anything at the end just to be called doctor such and such, or because they think they need the credential. That's so true. That's so
Yeah.
true. People
Right.
want
And you
that
know, I
paper.
really commend people for who go out after and they invest in, they do things, and because I don't believe nothing is ever wasted. Everything
Hmm.
is always a learning experience. And I used to think, oh, I invested in this. It was the wrong thing. I shouldn't have done it. Certain, things like that. But as I look back, I realized it was a stepping stone for me to learn what I needed to learn, so I know what not to do the next time. Even with
Oh,
all of the research, which is necessary, sometimes
mhm,
it still didn't turn out the way you planned it. And
mhm,
but I really commend people for even taking the risk, because entrepreneurship, it's about risk, right? I had a
mhm,
friend of mine share this story with me that they moved forward with an idea. They really believed it was the great idea, great intentions, right heart. But $50,000 later, it didn't work out in their favor. And
mhm,
they were thinking, oh, it was the wrong decision. I shouldn't have done it or whatever. And I shared with them, entrepreneurship is about risk. It's
mhm,
about how do you
mhm,
handle it? How do you manage it when it didn't work out? Are you going to quit, or are you going to keep moving forward? That's when you know what you really is it in you. And Mark asked a question, is he said, what are you born? What were you born to do? That's what
mhm,
is birthed out of, those adversities, those struggles, those challenges. Now you know, okay, If I've been through that, I can know I can do this, and I'm able to overcome it, you know.
Mhm.
And so it's a risk. All of it is a risk, right? Because nothing's guaranteed. Not out of your job, you know.
Yes. He makes this comment. Yes, the path to success is not ahead. It's all you are already on it. You know,
Absolutely.
life, I heard someone use this expression. It's either a lesson or a blessing. Whatever you
Yeah,
go through, you know what I'm saying?
that's
It's either
that's
going to be a
good. I love
lesson or a
or
blessing,
a
which
lesson.
makes
Yeah.
sense. You know what I
Makes
mean?
sense, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
You
So
know,
here's the
some people
thing, I was going to say you can't quit on life.
Mhm.
When I was
mm,
listening to Shaya, she was saying, you know, you can't just, okay, so it didn't work out. In life, it didn't work out. Okay, baby is toddling along. He fell, sat on his bottom. He doesn't just sit there,
Mhm.
he gets back up again, right? If
yeah.
the baby just sat there, well, I don't have, they're still getting their legs together and getting their balance and getting they're getting stronger. But if they just stop and sit, the baby's not getting back up again. There's a problem. There's something wrong when a toddler falls. So why
Mhm.
are we in business life? We fall, hit our toe, do something, and we just like, okay, I quit. I'm just gonna sit here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can't
Yeah.
do it.
Can't do it.
You're
Right.
gonna have to
I mean, you
move.
can, but you're gonna get the results of that.
Yes,
So
it's still
Yes.
going to be a lesson. It's still
still
going to
gonna
be
be
a
a
lesson.
lesson, right? But
Mhm.
you want to move forward. Find a way. Right.
Okay. So
Mark.
we have another comment here from Mark. He says, there's no such thing as a mistake. The worst thing that can happen is that you realize that you could have made a more effective choice given the intention.
Yeah.
Sometimes the effect that you caused is the best method of getting what you want. Okay.
Absolutely. Good
It's just
stuff.
these effective choices. So now, Fran, we need to offer an opportunity for people if they want to talk about their businesses to come in. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, so if you want to tell us about who you are, um, we can put a link in the chat so you can come on camera to do it. Um, and you don't need to be shy. And if you're ready, if you're not ready, that's okay. Then you either reach out to me and Terry or Shea so we can get you ready for
Hmm.
any opportunity that comes. You need to
Yeah.
be ready. What was that? That be ready so you
Stay ready.
yeah, something to that
Be ready
effect. Look,
to be
be
ready. Yeah.
ready.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
And you know you so that because we're going to give you an opportunity every month and you need to say it every month what it is that you do. You can come in the clubhouse so we can hear you say it, or you can
do you
just
want me to
do
put
it.
this link here now
Yeah, so you can put the link in the chat. They can copy that link and then
for
come in.
today's conversation? Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm. So, if you'd like to come in, click the link. We'll see you backstage and we'll bring you up on stage if you want to be on video here with us for First Monday. In addition, I want to remind everybody while we're waiting to see if someone would like to join us, I do want to say that today is First Monday and we will be at Seasons 52 here in Sacramento, California. If you're in the area, please join us this evening at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. You'll also have
Yeah.
an opportunity there during the networking to share what it is you do and to meet new potential customers and business to business partners. So, with that, we want to remind you that if you want to become a part of BizChicks, you can do so by texting biz to 33777, or you can simply go to bizchicks.net and join our BizChicks community. We'd love to have you there so we can share with one another and help one another grow and run a successful business that's fun to run. And we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle. So again, that's bizchicks.net. In the interim, is there anyone on Clubhouse who's indicated they want to come in and talk, Fran? Okay, you're muted, Fran.
Yeah, Clubhouse is open if they want to come in and don't necessarily be on camera.
Mm-hmm.
You can come to the BizChicks Clubhouse, and the room is already open,
Okay.
and it says Coffee Conversations.
All right.
Clubhouse is so fun
Yes. So I
because I
just
didn't
want to,
go into the lounge,
yes,
whatever,
I want to give a
house.
shout out to everybody who's been so gracious as to spend their morning with us.
Yeah.
And Dr. Tachi, Jill Bernard, Mark Ward. Mark is also a coach. Dr. Shishinga, he's also a
I
coach.
received that, Dr. Chasinga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anne is here. Anne had to go, but we want to thank her for stopping by. And for all of you, Janice Jordan, who runs a very successful bookkeeping business, we want to say hey, and we want to just make sure that everybody knows where to find Dr. Oh, and I want to start with Carla because Carla was the first one in here looking for us this
Carla's
morning.
here.
Good morning, Carla.
Hey,
It's good to
Carla.
see you. And I love your book. Think about what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
That was a great book. I love
Yeah.
it. And I highly recommend it, guys. Um, in the interim, we want to say to you that if you are looking for Shaya's workshop, I put the link in the chat right here for Shaya's Facebook page, so you can go there and you can connect there for the workshop. But I'm going to show that page one more time while we're waiting. And then if we don't have anyone that's interested, we're not going to hold you hostage this morning. We're going to let you go.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that I always say: the opportunity only lasts the lifetime of the opportunity.
Yes.
So when people give you an opportunity to say, come up and say something, take the opportunity, unless you're not ready or you're still working on some stuff. But
Okay, Dr. Tashi says this was a great show. Shaya, we really enjoyed you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so
Mark
much,
says,
Mark.
thank you, Shaya.
Thank you. Great being here.
Yes, it's a blessing to have you, and we thank you for your time. In the
Thank you.
meantime, Fran, I thank you for coming in all the way from Southern California, and we want to thank all of you who are watching all over the country. We say to you, thank you for your time, and remember, it's okay to make money in your business.
Yes,
So
it is.
go to the front of your own line. We'll see you if you're local tonight at 5:30 at Seasons 52, the Arden Fair Mall. In the meantime, everybody, thank you. And thank you again, Shay, for all that you do today.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.